All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Brianna.
And I'm Akira.
And you're watching
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Well, it looks like Oscar De La Hoya is not backing down from what he said about Ryan Garcia last week. Matter of fact, he just doubled down when it comes to that. He basically said the exact same thing again. Now, what's interesting about this is the last time Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan, they got into it, Oscar, he immediately turned back around. He retracted everything that he said. It all started when Oscar De La Hoya, he wanted Ryan Garcia to fight Romero Duno. And Ryan Garcia at the time turned down the fight. He thought that it should be a main event, and they disagreed. Shortly following Ryan Garcia turning down that fight, Oscar De La Hoya, he did an interview where he was asked by a reporter, is Ryan Garcia the future of boxing? And Oscar, in some ways, he basically said, no, really, it's Virgil Ortiz. Oscar's exact words was, well, you know, Ryan Garcia, he has a unique situation because he has a big following on Instagram, but we still have to find out if his popularity on Instagram translates to popularity in the boxing world. So he said, now when it comes to Virgil Ortiz, that man right there, he's the real deal. So Oscar De La Hoya, he pretty much said that Ryan Garcia was overrated, while at the same time saying that Virgil Ortiz is the real deal. Of course, this had Ryan Garcia really heated, so he sent a tweet to Oscar De La Hoya saying, well, if you don't believe in my talents, Oscar, why don't you just let me go? Let me out of the contract. Shortly after that, Oscar De La Hoya basically retracted what he said by saying that Ryan Garcia, he's going to be the biggest thing, the biggest pay-per-view star, etc., etc., etc. So more recently, about a week ago, Oscar De La Hoya, the same thing happened basically. Oscar and Golden Boy, they wanted Ryan Garcia to take a particular fight. Ryan Garcia once again turned down the fight. This really pissed off Oscar De La Hoya, obviously, because he pretty much said the same thing he said when Ryan Garcia turned down the fight the last time. He went on one of his social media accounts and he said to the public that Ryan Garcia will not be fighting. Instead, Virgil Ortiz will take his place, the future of boxing. So Ryan Garcia, he clapped back by saying, Oscar, you're supposed to be my promoter, not a hater. So after that exchange, I expected to see the same pattern where they were going to make up and Oscar was going to come back again and tell everyone, no, Ryan Garcia, he's the real deal. Ryan Garcia is the future. Forget what I said before. I thought he was going to do that, but this time he doubled down. He didn't back down on his words at all. He said in this interview that Ryan Garcia, he got the wrong advice by turning down that fight. And now Virgil Ortiz is taking his place, the future of boxing. So clearly it's gotten to the point where Oscar De La Hoya does not care how Ryan Garcia is taking this. It seems to me Oscar is more upset that Ryan Garcia turned down the fight than Ryan Garcia is upset that Oscar isn't promoting him the way he's supposed to. It's sounding to me like Ryan Garcia, he wants the same type of respect that Oscar would give to Canelo Alvarez. And Oscar De La Hoya does not see Ryan Garcia as a Canelo Alvarez or even an up-and-coming Canelo Alvarez, because we've never heard Oscar De La Hoya say any of these things about Canelo Alvarez. In fact, it's almost the contrary when you look at their relationship. To me, it feels to me like Canelo is the one that runs Golden Boy. He tells Oscar De La Hoya who he wants to fight. Just like Oscar De La Hoya admitted, when Canelo Alvarez wanted to fight against Edeslani Lara, Oscar said he did not want Canelo to take that fight. And Canelo took it because of the criticism and the backlash he got when Edeslani Lara jumped on the stage and called him out. So clearly there's a different level of respect that Oscar has for Canelo Alvarez as opposed to Ryan Garcia. So it seems like in a situation like this, they're gonna have to part ways. I can't see it working any other way. They're gonna have to part ways. Someone is gonna have to buy out Ryan Garcia's contract. If Ryan goes with Al Heyman and PBC, it'll be a lot easier for them to make that Gervonta Tank Davis fight that Ryan Garcia has been clamoring for. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of options out there for Ryan Garcia if he decides to leave Golden Boy. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV, the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels, including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Starz. They have a massive video-on-demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR, so you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month, and once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation.